Hello Aries, welcome in. This is a general reading for Aries. Because it's general, not everything may resonate, but just take what does and leave the rest behind. It's a timeless reading. It's meant to, when you find it, to come across it, that's when it's meant for you. It's not date specific. So I've laid out 3 oracle cards to start, and then we'll move into the tarot side of it. One from Kuan Yin, one from the Starseed Oracle, and then the Animal Spirit deck. With the Kuan Yin, we have many hands of the goddess that came up, which I'm sure you've seen this image before. Beautiful image there depicted here. And this is talking to, with the kind of the spin, I call it spinning a lot of plates. So you spin a lot of plates in the air, you get multiple projects going, and sometimes that can be overwhelming. It can make you feel like you're not being productive at all because you're holding up too much. So this card is talking about sort of releasing and allowing the guidance of the Kuan Yin goddess to take a hold of you, which means that you kind of have to, it's not like you're going to put things down, but you're going to be a little more systematic about it, where if you are in the midst of a project that really has a lot of attention and you feel like moving forward with it, then move forward with it. But if you feel like it's reached this point of where it drops a little bit, your energy, your will, and all of that drop, it's okay to put that down for a time. It is okay, and trust that guidance will come in the subtlest of ways and in the most profound of ways sometimes as to when it's going to get picked up again. And the key here is to rest and rejuvenate in the midst of the big moments where you're putting something down, and it's important to get a little respite and then pick the next thing up or return to that again. So that's the message of the many hands of the goddess. From the Starseed Oracle, we got surrender to the sweetness. And this too is talking about, really it's kind of talking about the time where you do decide to put a lot of things down, or one thing down that has really held a lot of your attention, and actually taste the sweetness of your life. I'm sure you hear this, there's cliches everywhere, but really time is our most valuable resource. So it's really important to taste the sweetness of life. It's the card of Venus. It's luxuriate to some degree in the pleasures of the human life. Whether it's food or outings or a vacation or a relationship, it's important to use that as a touchstone. You're getting this message to surrender to that at this time because maybe you haven't paid attention to that. It's a need for balance. And this too, the Vulture card came for you, Aries. And the Vulture card is one of the rebalancing aspects that we have in nature. You know, this is a bird that protects our ecosystem by cleaning up after things. And it's a very, very important. It prevents the spread of disease and all that kind of a thing. And the Vulture too is talking about giving yourself that, cleaning up. If you drop away from the projects that are really commanding your attention and your experience, like to the point of being out of balance, the Vulture's message is to get yourself back in balance. And some of that can be to just step away from what's really been kind of got a hold on you, and getting rest and replenishment, of course, and also to like clean up areas of your own home or office or whatever it is, to create more space, to put it back into balance. That's the message. So I'm seeing here a really strong correlation with getting things into balance, pulling off of something that maybe many things that you have that have just been kind of all-consuming for too long, and reestablish yourself with yourself first and foremost, of course, and then with others as well, your relationships, your household, that kind of thing. That's the message I'm getting there. So let's move into your reading and see where things are for you, Aries. Meditated on your cards, of course, and done a large pre-shuffle. So just doing the last little part here. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so we have the moon here. The Moon card is your underlying energy, and we have the Seven of Wands, and we have the World card, and also the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. And the Six of Wands. Wow. And there is the Two of Wands, and that's where I'll stop. There's a decision here, and that could be that you need to put something down. It could be trying to decide the when or what or how to put down for a while. But it would seem that there is a call here to pay attention to yourself. The Ace of Cups can be, of course, connection with another, but it can also be a reconnection with yourself. And there is some success here. I see you closing out a cycle of defensiveness and all of that. So let's move into the reading. We have the Page of Pentacles coming up here in your near future. I'm going to put these down and then we'll walk through it. The Ten of Swords coming up here, Aries. And the Seven of Swords. Wow. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Devil is right in the heart of your reading. The Four of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. There's a new start to something there coming up. The Four of Wands, another four. And then we have the Hermit. There's that respite right there. Beautiful. So I see a nice blend here of things that you're, moments in time that you could be, taking pause here. You have here, there's an obsession. I see that with the Devil coming right out in the heart of your reading here, and that could be whatever it is you're focused on accomplishing here. And I know that Aries are beautiful because of the paths you forge. Oh, you're just the ultimate in fire energy. You forge these paths, and there's a price for some of that, absolutely. So your obsession right now, whether it's a person, place, or thing, project, what have you, there seems to be a focus on it that may be unhealthy at this point, and it's really imperative that you put it down. And it could be from the past, it could be something that you're working on right now, but I feel like this is really present focus with it being in the heart. So let's clarify the, clarifying the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Swords. There we go, right there. Clarifying the Ten of Swords for Aries. Clarifying the Ten of Swords. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Empress, and the Fool card. Clarifying the Ten of Swords. Whoops, there we go. So the Ten of Swords it's at the end of a cycle of a lot of overthinking, and there's past betrayal. Betrayals, it's active as soon as you want it to be active. You just have to activate your mind, and then the betrayal can come back. So the Ten of Swords, where was it? I was saying that the Ten of Swords is you're right at the end of walking away from that betrayal, of putting it behind you. And I see here with the Fool card that it's very much that you could be at that point of just like, I'm just going to start afresh. I'm going to start anew. If you're with the Ten of Swords means that you're right at the end of it and you're walking away, you're putting it down. That moment has come. You're not completely free of it in its own way. You're just making that choice to move away from it and pull off of it. And then you have, so we have here your energy of the Fool here. That is an Aries and Virgo. You share that with Virgo. And then you also have the card of Taurus here. And the Venus card here, the Empress, is someone who is, it's reflective of someone who's very comfortable with themselves, who, again, it's the message here of surrendering to the sweetness. That is the Venus right here. It's, perhaps this is happening now for you, or it has in the past, where you've put the burden of betrayal and pain and heartache in the past, and you've taken care of luxuriating in your life, or you are taking care of that now. This certainly is the call is there to take care of yourself, relax, go and do something creative that's really important and good for you that you may have left to the wayside while you accomplished other things. That's the message from that. I think that's going to further distance you from any feeling of betrayal that you have. And it's important that you do that now, is what I'm hearing right now. So you have here the Knight of Wands, and that is one of your cards as well. That could be Aries, Leo, or Sag. And this is a call to, yes, take some adventures. Go out, go out and seek a vista somewhere, just have some adventures, enjoy your life, get inspired and move and act on it. Don't be committed to anything for a little while and just go for it. Just go for it is what I'm hearing. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Clarifying the Seven of Swords for Aries. Oops. Clarifying the Seven of Swords for Aries. There you are, Aries. You're really resistant right now. There we go. Oh, how did I know you were going to come out? We have the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and then the Magician card. Clarifying the Seven of Swords. Now this combination, this particular combination of having the Magician with the Seven of Swords means that there's someone here who, there's high manipulation, deliberate manipulation that has brought about some pain, whether this is going on now, whether it's the future, or whether it's the past for you. I have the feeling like it's in the past, or just recent past. But yeah, this is an indication that there's someone who's been manipulative with you, or it could be you, Aries. I mean, and I have to say it for what it is. It can go either way. But I feel like this is coming at you, and it's a manipulation of sorts, and is creating pain for someone here. It is, you have a lot of, the Magician speaks to having a lot of tools, having all the things that you need to progress in anything that you envision. And if the person here envisions taking advantage of someone and getting what they want out of it, then yeah, that can absolutely be the shadow side of the Magician coming forth here. But whatever it is, and whoever is doing it to whom, there's some pain and heartache that has been associated with this. And with the Ten of Swords just before that, it's really clear what you're trying to step away from, what you're trying to leave it behind and try not to obsess in it. I see here with the Queen of Wands, this is clearly you, Aries. This is a person who is an entrepreneurial type spirit who, is very much a visionary and creative and takes a lot of action and just moves forward, gets an idea and pushes forward until its completion. So again, it could be that you're working yourself a little too hard, and that you have enough on your plate that it's time for you to take a respite. I just keep hearing that. So yeah, you don't want to get yourself so out of balance, especially if you have some of this lingering or active heartache and feelings of betrayal operating in your system. It's important for you to taste some sweetness. There's a decision right there with the Two of Wands. You seem to have to be making a choice here. Where's the other? Yeah, the Two of Wands has appeared here already. I guess we're going to move to the Devil here. Let's clarify the Devil right in the heart of your reading. Clarifying the Devil. Clarifying the Devil. Wow. Okay. Clarifying the Devil. One more. Wow. Here's that Seven of Swords again, Aries. And we have the Page of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. Wow. Clarifying the Devil. Okay, so this is interesting because, as you know, the devil is the sign of Capricorn, and this devil is about, you can be obsessing about something, it can be about substance or, you know, just addictive kind of quality to it that is being chosen. So we have here an advancement from the Page to the King of Cups, which is talking about a love offer and very much swept up in love. There's a lot of love for someone here that's attached to you, or you, them. But we have the Seven of Swords appearing here again. So there's, you know, I don't like this mix at all. You know, the Devil with the Seven of Swords. There's someone here is taking advantage of perhaps someone's heart. They're taking advantage in the sense that they maybe want to capture them, capture their heart, and they're using manipulative ways to do so, or which is kind of complimentary, but not really, you know. So I get the sense here that there's definitely someone who is sneaking around, or at the very least of what's happening here is a moment of self-sabotage. Now this could be the situation, which is kind of entirely different. If there's a self-sabotage going on because you or someone else someone is obsessing about someone, or, you know, they want to offer the cup of love, or the cup of love has been offered but not reciprocated, then there's a self-sabotage that has you looping around like, why, or when, or whatever that question is, that can be really hard to deal with. And if it's, you know, if it's a matter of the heart, that's really difficult. Whoever is this is surrounding with, this is someone whom you really care about, or they really care about you. It's definitely, it could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I suppose, or Capricorn as well. But there's some kind of either self-deception going on that you don't, you're deceiving yourself by overthinking it, or overdoing it by doing too much. But there's something here, yeah, something here, or they're taking advantage of you somehow. Yeah, we have underneath here the Nine of Pentacles, and that is a message of someone who's worked long and hard, is sort of in the point of doing exactly that surrendering part. It's the signal to just step out of this obsessive, whatever it is, or addictive kind of response to something that's going on, and you know, get away from it. Just get away from the turmoil of it, and seat yourself in something that's really helps you to relax and just let go. So, okay, so let's clarify the Four of Cups. I will say here that you are closing out a period of, and this could be because this is going on right now, but there's this want or intention to close out. I just heard moodiness. Close out a period of, or some cycle of moodiness, or fear, or doubt, self-doubt, which could come with the self-deception. The self-doubt, you could be doubting yourself for no good reason. And this, you know, this kind of wary resistance feeling is there. You're closing that out, or you're going to be able to soon enough. So let's clarify the Four of Cups. Clarifying the Four of Cups for Aries. Clarifying the Four of Cups. Okay. Oops. Wow, that's a lot. Clarifying the Four of Cups. Okay. Excuse me. So we have the, I saw the King of Swords flip up when I was shuffling. We have the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Cups, clarifying the Four of Cups. So there's the Four of Cups is about, yeah, looking to the past, kind of bored, listless, looking to the past. There's the Star card underneath, a card of healing. That's also a card of Aquarius. We have two cards of Aquarius now, and the King is also Aquarius. And we have the Queen, which is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So there's a feeling here of looking to the past and not really focusing in on offers and opportunities that are being handed to you right now. And the opportunity could be to get away, you know, to take a respite, take a break. You never know. You do have here the card of regret, the Five of Cups, which I feel is what you're looking back at. You're looking at some moment back in time that you can't really do anything about it at this point, but you're looking back, hopefully maybe to learn something from it. And so you're looking back and wishing for a different outcome, which it kind of can't be. The only thing we can do is just continue to move forward with that information and that renewal of let's not repeat that kind of a thing. So you have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is known as the lawyer of the deck because he's so rational. He or she, it's not gender specific. But this person can be rational. They're on a fact-finding mission. They don't let their emotions, they have emotions, plenty of them, but they're just not, they don't take front and center stage when they're trying to figure out the issue to a problem. They just leave the emotional component out of it. It's just the facts to get there quicker and to help others get there quicker. The King of Swords is, you know, seeking truth and cutting through any BS and just using the facts and rational, logical approach. That's what he does. So that may be exactly, you know, not to self-justify whatever this regret was, but there could be some of that going on. That could be part of the self-deception for you or for someone else. But there's something here about looking at it squarely in a rational way. And then we have the Queen here of Cups, and this is a loving, devoted human being who is family-focused, family-oriented, compassionate, caring, and it can be a mother figure, absolutely. The Queen of Cups could be a mother figure, so there could be something, a mother in your midst, a partner, or you yourself who are, some in some things I've read about the cup that she's looking into, that is the Ace of Cups, and it is the looking for self-love, not looking for it, but reacquainting yourself with your own self-love. So that again is, you know, is indication that there's certainly advancement in your learning and learning about how your responses go and how other people's responses go, more or less kind of after the fact, which is how we do a lot of things, figure a lot of things out is after the fact, so that we're more ready to step forward cleanly. So, oops, got the wrong deck, sorry. Okay, so, and yeah, did I mention the Star underneath? Okay, that's a card of healing, inspiration. That's the card of Aquarius as well. So this could have been involving an Aquarius. What else? We have Capricorn, Taurus. I think I went through this already. Aries, you're here with Virgo, Cancer so far, and then Virgo again. So speaking of Virgo, let's go with the Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. That's too many. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. There it is. Wow. It's the Ace of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. One more. Come on. Okay. Wow, so we have the Death card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is about, there's a blockage going on right there, the Two of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is about, you know, slow and steady progress. This is a very trustworthy and stable knight. Moves very slowly, the slowest knight in the deck. Moves slowly, just kind of taking one step, and then another step, and then another step. Which again, if you've been overburdened with many things to do and consider in your life, this is a really wise path, is to just slow it down and take one step at a time. And I think that's part of what I'm hearing needs to be said here. You have the Seven of Wands appearing here again, which is an indication of resistance to do that. You have resistance to just being more methodical about it, and you're kind of trying to do everything as Arians can do because you're so capable. So the advice here is to look within, absolutely, with the Ace of Cups, and just, you know, just take your time and surrender here and there to the internal guidance of your own. Seek out your own guidance internally. And if you can't find it there because there's just too much to consider, it's important to get away. All of this I'm just hearing right now very clearly. To get away or put away, whatever it means for you to slow everything down because you have a resistance in place. And if you're trying to move on a relationship, if this is about a relationship and you're trying to put pressure on it somehow, or your particular flavor of action is putting pressure on it, then it's important to slow it down. Even if you don't want to. I think you're really tired of it. I think you just kind of want to put an end to, not the relationship necessarily, but you just want things to close up, or finish up so you can begin, you know, so that you can have the fresh start, whatever that means to you. I feel like you're closing out the speed aspect, the multiples of things that are being held up. I think you're going to come to a point pretty soon here where you'll have some victory with that. But it's a calling to go within to find that guidance and to trust that if you just relax a little bit, then things will allow naturally for things to come forth. So again, there's a blocked heart. There's a protection of the heart here. So let's move to the Ace of Wands. Clarifying the Ace of Wands for Aries. There's that Two of Swords. Wow. And another Two of Wands. Clarifying the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Okay, that's what it is. All right. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. So we have the Two of Cups, beautiful to see, the Two of Wands, and the three twos. That's significant. It's, you know, and the Two of Swords. Clarifying the two, clarifying the two, or the Ace of Wands. So we have a repeat here with the Two of Wands. So there's a big pivotal decision here. Going to move in one direction or the other. It isn't like, you know, you're choosing cheese this week and broccoli the next week. It's a big decision that's going to take your life on another path, a significant path altogether. And I feel that this is around a person. It's, you know, you're either going to move toward them or move away from them or whatever it is, but this is a person who brings harmony into your life, or you feel harmony around them. You're very comfortable with them. You know, there's a balanced relationship here that we're talking about in this moment, and there's a decision to be made that you feel blocked about. or they're blocking you, whatever that is, they're blocking you. But it's a passionate new beginning here that you have with the Ace of Wands. This is a card that, you know, it talks about passionate relationships, the very beginning of things. It can be projects, it can be a move, it can be a whole career shift or change, a promotion, anything like that. That is coming, or it is arriving here. Let me just get a feel here. You've received the Ace of Cups twice. So for the majority of you, I feel like this is this ultimately is about a union of some kind. And you know, this is a soulmate level connection, the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate card. Soulmates aren't necessarily always romantic. They can come in the form of friendships. They can come in the form of partnerships in business, any of those things. And you have it arriving with the Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning with someone whom you're partnered up with. So whatever that means to you, but there is some kind of blockage going on here. This is the Two of Swords, someone who's protecting their heart if it's in a romantic sense, protecting their interests, keeping their emotions at bay, when really what they need to do is process the emotions and walk through that path. You have the choice here with the Two of Swords to take that blindfold off and walk with your eyes wide open. So for some reason that's a cue here that's talking about you taking that blindfold off and moving through that somehow, because there's a block there that's preventing you from partnering up. And I'm not sure what that is. And if it does have to do with the Seven of Swords that's appeared twice now, then it's a self-deception. You know, it's not that you're just, I think I might have said this before. It's not that you're deceiving yourself about this relationship, that it's just going to fall apart or something. It is to say that you're deceiving yourself about some aspect that keeps this relationship from flowering, or it keeps this relationship from moving forward, or a partnership in business from, there's some missing pieces here that you're not seeing. That's all. It's just some missing pieces, because if there's anything I know about Aries, once they find the missing piece, they're going to put it in and unlock it. Okay? So there's the Ten of Wands. This is an indication that this has been very burdensome for you, and it's gone on a long time. So again, I will point to the victory of the determination to, yeah, there it is right there. The victory here of you, of the focus being put on you and your self-love, and bringing that piece back. Because if it's a question of fears and doubts and feeling unworthy or something like that, that just takes some self-reflection. Well, it's not a little thing. We usually, you know, receive things in our childhood that plague us through our whole life with regards to these subjects. But it is to say that reflecting on oneself and really going in there and allowing yourself to go in and surrender to that is really, really vital. You know, it's the Vulture talked about, you know, just go into a spare room or something and clean it up and see how you feel after that. A particular room that you're not wanting to go in, or a particular aspect of life that you're not wanting to go in, so that it can rebalance. Oh, okay, so we got one more. So the Four of Wands, clarifying the Four of Wands. Clarifying the Four of Wands, okay. There you go. You received two major arcana and the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups and the Justice card and the Temperance card and the Seven of Cups are clarifying the, this is a new setup, by the way, so that's why I'm struggling here. The Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is about unions, celebrations. It can be a specific celebration, very specific. It can be about weddings. It can be about, but it's about union and happy home. It's one of my favorite cards for it's the joy that I get from it. And you have it with the Ten of Cups. So I can guarantee you, Aries, if this is about a love relationship, it's coming. It's coming. You have your Ten of Cups on its way if it hasn't arrived already, if it hasn't been made manifest. You have a union here with someone, a celebratory union that feels like everything you ever wanted. There's choices here as to how. I feel like that's really to the point of confusion of there's just so many ways that this answers to your ultimate dream. So it's not to say when, it's just to say that it is actually coming manifest. It's here in the reading, it's coming manifest, it's collected right here. So we have here the Justice card, and that is a question of balance for sure. It can actually be something in court, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily marriage, but there's certainly something there that's very in balance. I think that's telling me that it's, let me just get a feel for what that is telling me. In combination with these other cards, I have to say that it's truthful. It's the truth of it. Like, I think you understand already that this particular union that you may be looking at for whomever I'm speaking to here will balance everything out. It kind of sets you on this true it's like a true path, a true solid path. And here's the Temperance card that talks about being patient for this. It's coming. It's exactly what you want, and it's coming. And to trust that the universe, the divine spirit, your guides are guiding you and guiding the situation. Especially Temperance talks about working behind the scenes, so to speak, in everyone's favor, not just yours specifically or theirs specifically, but it is working for the greater good of all, alchemizing all conditions so that it can be, see the waters coming together, so that it can be made manifest. And it will. I know it will. It's just a question of when. So, beautiful. And there's the Victory card right there, the Six of Wands, which you've received twice. So it is, if I think the piece here is to get in line with yourself. That's the piece here. So speaking of the Hermit, which really helps us to achieve that. Okay, we'll take that. Clarifying the Hermit. There it is. Clarifying the Hermit. Beautiful. And there you are, Aries, the King of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, so you have the Ace of Wands again, right? We did have the Ace of Wands somewhere here. Yes, the Ace of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse, the end of all that anxiety. We have the Nine of Pentacles to clarify the Hermit card. Whoops. To clarify the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is about taking the time to make a concerted effort to do this and getting off by yourself to really be introspective about where you are, what is happening, clear away the clutter, and just seek inner guidance, because you have inner guidance at your disposal, and Temperance also speaks to divine guidance. Okay. So it's important for you to get that time away. If you have a really busy life, which I can see that this whole reading is pointing to that, especially with those cards, which you have here, just so much going on. So it's important to get away, and whatever you can do, if you walk around the block and in a sunset kind of moment or a sunrise moment would be just stellar. It's the perfect thing to do in the sunrise because the whole world is quiet, mostly. Earlier. Getting in your car and going to a vista and turning everything off where you can see the horizon line, and just taking that in and seeking counsel with yourself, and answers will come and revelations will come, and it will just, take a deep breath and just allow things to just, trust that things are going to get taken care of, even if you're not there every minute of the day. Okay, because people just learn how to function without you, to some degree. So, so we have a bold new beginning here. This is like the beginning of you kind of paying attention to yourself and your needs and being able to balance out what's going on with all the busyness of life. Absolutely. You have a brand new beginning that's going to be a real, the catalyst here is getting alone to kind of discover that and really anchor it in. And then you have someone who's kind of balanced. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's balanced, who has worked really hard to create this stable foundation, and now they're enjoying the fruits of the labor, which is surrendering to the sweetness, which is what was talked about here in this this oracle card. And this is going to allow you to, yeah, put the anxieties down and just let things go. I see that clearly. This Nine of Pentacles is really speaking to me about sort of the flush of, it's like a flush of renewal that's coming when you do this balancing, rebalancing your life. Rebalancing your life is so clear. It's just repeating it in me right now. Rebalancing your life. So I think that's pretty clear about what is going on for some of you and what needs to go, what needs to go on to rebalance your life. So you have a beautiful union coming up here, however that looks to you, and your certainly your home and your, you know, your Ten of Cups is coming. It's right here. It's manifested right here. So I hope that's helpful, Aries. If you enjoyed this reading, please do like, share, or subscribe. It would be great to have you on board. And leave a comment if this resonated with you, if you would. That's really helpful, and it's good to know how people receive. And I look forward to seeing you again next time, Aries. And until then, do take care. Bye.